Hello everyone, welcome back to Trinita's podcast. I am Antonia, and this is Obi, and this is Daniel. Today we'll be talking about a wide debate that's been going both offline and online, which is to marry in your 20s or in your 30s, which one is better? So let's hear from a lady's point of view.
Okay, getting married in your 20s or your 30s, right?
Yeah, which one do you think is better?
I think the question should be, why am I getting married? When do I want to get married? Why do I want to get married? Who am I getting married to? Marriage is not just something you just jump into because somebody is asking for your hand in marriage or because you are pressured. Are you getting married because you want to get married? Or you're getting married to run away from pressure? Or so you won't be left behind? These are the questions you ask yourself. And then when you answer these questions, you see that getting married at 20s or 30s is it's nothing. We are just the ones setting this time. Who even set the timeline for us? When you see who you want to get married to and you align with the person, you're compatible with the person, you get married. You don't have to get married because you're pressured or because you said when you were 20 years that by 23 you should be married. So I don't think getting married at 20s or 30s should even be a thing. Nobody set that timeline for you.
Thank you, Miss Obi. Let's hear from a guy's point of view.
There is no perfect age for marriage, honestly, because marriage in 20s works well. They get to build together, as a team. Then in 30s, there is also an advantage because they get to be more intentional and the guy in question is already settled. But marriage does more than numbers. Like it deals on compatibility, emotional readiness. So there's a lot to marriage than just saying that I would get married at 20, 28, 25, or at 30. So the thing there is just being ready. But statistically, getting married at 20, as in from 28, late 20s to the early 30s, it also works well. That's just it.
So far, you people have been talking based on what's general standard, according to facts, according to statistics. Let us calm down to what you think. If you're to get married now, what time do you think is the best time to get married, considering the Nigerian factors? What time do you think is the best time I should settle them as a man?
It's a tricky one because the only sons are kind of required to marry earlier.
Earlier than the rest, yeah.
Yes, earlier than the rest. But as a guy generally, yeah, you can marry in your late 20s. Yes, 28, 29, or your early 30s, like 30.
So you being an only son now, what time? What's the ideal time do you think only son, like hashtag only sons, should get married?
At least from 26.
26.
Yeah, from
Okay.
26. But all this is just how do I put it? It's just stereotype. Although it works because the parents know they're like, okay, it's only you that we have, and I want to see my grandchildren and the rest of it. So that's why the pressure sets in. Yeah. But once you find the right person, the age doesn't matter because if you marry right at 25 and a person marries wrong at 35, you see the difference is already clear.
Yes.
Yeah. So once you have find the right person to marry and you're also stable, you can move into that.
Okay. Okay. So we just heard from a guy's point of view. Hashtag only son point of view. Okay. So let's move to the lady's point of view. Hi, girl. So are you the only daughter, or let's know how we're gonna tackle this?
I'm not the leader.
Okay. So as a girl, from your own, like, what time do you think is the right time for you to get married? Just you, not society or ladies at large.
Like I said, there is nothing like right time for marriage for me. I mean, my stand is when I meet the right person. Yes, meeting the right person is the thing. And then when I have this understanding with the person, even if I meet the right person, I can explain to the person that I'm not even ready for the marriage now. The thing is, when I'm ready, when I know that, oh, I want to enter into this thing called marriage, because there's a lot of things to marriage. Marriage is not just about getting married. Marriage is not even all about giving birth to children.
Yeah.
There's a lot to marriage. So it's not something you just jump into it because you're being pressured or something. People get married at 25 and divorce at 27. People get married at 35 and still divorce. So everything is just your own. At the end of the day, it's just you and your decisions. So I don't think there's a right time to marriage.
Okay, so according to what you said you can get married at your late 20s and also early 30s. How do you think you can deal with the pressures from your parents? You know, emphasis on African parents. 'Cause that is a huge no. Like, what do you mean? I gave it to you when I was 23, 20. Yeah, they expect that kind of energy from you. So, how well do you think you can maneuver that pressure?
At 23, there was a favorable government, at least. But none.
Well, I think even yeah, there was, but now they still have a leverage. I guess they'll be like, well, you never know what tomorrow holds. You never know what tomorrow. It's better to start now. When you start giving birth now, you know that the cost of milk is this. Tomorrow it can be times three. That's the leverage they have over you. And you not be thinking, well, they're making sense. It's not to just put head now and then. And as a CEO marker, we not know how to tackle this. I think African parents they really know how to get in your head.
I know. That's why you see maybe somebody that does not have a stable income. You see the person with 8 children, 9 children. That thing is not a thing now.
Yeah, it's not.
Then
It's not.
and now, they are not the same thing. The people are now seeing these things that marriage is not even all that thing that you people are telling us. In as much as we are not praying to get into a bad marriage or something, but I don't think pressure is. I think parents should just understand their children, understand their choices. At the end of the day, it's you. It's it of it the marriage, right? So
One of the things they like is I don't know during their marriage they'll be like, do you agree to take this person as your lawful wedded husband? Once you say yes, they'll take away your understanding. I don't know. They don't. You will try to express on certain things. They will use themselves as an example to you.
Because it actually worked for them.
Yeah, but then
Exactly.
that time is not
But
now.
now it's a different scenario.
Yeah.
and then they forget that what works for this person might not even work for you.
Yes,
So
definitely.
there's no point comparing or
according to studies, a brain, human brain, is supposed to develop fully at the age of 25. So you can enter at the age of 20, and along the line, you notice that okay, I don't even want this anymore. What this guy had that made me to be all over him, it's really nothing. I've grown past that level. I don't want it anymore. Imagine loving a guy because he has 6 packs. And later, you notice
Let
that
them
it's no
understand
longer there. No, girls do that.
Yes, they do. I know. But it's crazy.
So I have this friend of mine. She'll tell you that once he's not a fair guy, she's not going. Even in marriage. Okay? She'll tell you that, oh my god, I want a fair guy. He may not be tall, and the girl I'm talking about, she's like this her height. Okay, she'll tell you that he must not really be tall. I just want a fair guy. And she'll just say that I want a guy that I am more authoritative than. So she would like to be the one ordering everybody in the house. Okay, so that's a thing for her. And some other people will be like, I need a guy that have abs and biceps, tall, dark and handsome. This is what we see in our early 20s because we're still new to the world. Like from your 18, 19, you've been sheltered to understand. But once you're 20, there's this change that occurs. Okay, so at that moment you're new to the world, so you are expected or you are allowed to daydream as you want. But once you get to that, once you get to that middle 20s, we're like, damn, I was stupid then. Because you were. Because
You used for as long as.
yeah,
Even
it
now.
happens.
even now so there are things you remember when you were 16,
You'll be
17. You're
like,
like,
Is that me?
I will wish out.
Yeah.
Was that really
I
me?
think this marrying for looks something is actually very rampant. You see people saying, "Oh, me, I'll go for looks." So
But looks
I'll
will still
go
fade
for.
away.
They will ask you, will you marry for looks, or will you marry for money, or will you marry for love? That thing is actually a thing.
Yeah, it is a thing, but
It counts, but it fades
yes.
along the way.
Look is nice. Me, I think I'll go. I'm not thinking. I know I'll go for looks, but you need to check all that list first. Okay, so if you're toxic, you're grumpy and stuff, and you're so fine, my dear, I will not go for you, please.
Or beauty
I
without brains too.
I like my peace of mind, and I don't coexist with a toxic person. It doesn't end well with me. Okay, I'm more like a peaceful person. Yes, I am peaceful. So yeah,
You know,
so
I wanted to say, nobody likes toxic people.
people do.
But then people actually do.
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't like
I've heard girls say something
It's
like, "I
a
like
weird
the way he
fetish.
handles me."
Yes, I
A
like
man
it
that is
when
man
Weird
enough.
fetish because I don't understand because
Please don't handle me. I beg. No, no.
I also had a friend that would be like, if the boyfriend is calm, that she can't even be in that kind of relationship. That
Yes.
She wants a guy that will always question her, even like for obvious reasons, like something that's literally clear for understanding. Like you'll be like, no, and she'll be like, okay, you see this, I must do it. Do your worst, and the guy will now stand and hit her.
That's a
So-
toxic relationship. That is.
and you
And
enjoy
people
that.
actually
Like
enjoy it.
Yeah,
Like,
people do.
this
For
person
real?
is very boring.
Yeah,
He does not
I-
even tell me. He does not correct me. Somebody was actually complaining about this thing. That he does not correct me. He does not punish me. I like my man when he punishes me.
Damn.
I like
Like,
Jesus Christ! No,
we should
please.
just go past that.
No. I don't really exist in a toxic environment. It doesn't work well with me. My mental health to be at stake. Like I'm more like a person that I like it peaceful. Why will you be beating me? Or why will you be shot on my head because I didn't come back early? Like, where are you? I'll tell you where I am. Be like, okay, come back. I'm
Communication is
waiting
just
for
the
you.
key.
Maybe be shouting or you just drive back or you see me talking with a guy, be like, who is that person? No, please. I think when they were dating, the lady will be proud of that. She'll be like, a man is a strong man.
because this is you
Alpha
see the
male.
signs in
Yes.
your you see the signs
definitely,
in the
definitely,
relationship.
you see.
You see
They
the
always
signs.
ignore the red
But-
flags. But the thing is that, like, in this scenario, because some girls don't like calm guys. They'll be like they're weakly. But leniency is never a sign of cowardice.
He's not.
That the person is lenient doesn't mean that the person is not calculative. In some cases, so they'll be like, I want a man that at least his presence should be domineering. Like whatever he is, the aura should emit or exude.
For the ladies, please, that say, I will change it. No.
You
No.
can't
Iron
in some
changer.
situation. You
You
can't.
know, the Bible say iron sharpeneth iron. My dear, you are firm, he's iron. He will squeeze you. Don't change him.
A lady can actually like, okay, I've
That's if the guy loves her.
I have a
Sure.
question though.
That's why you have to marry someone that you are compatible and emotionally ready for.
Oh,
Because you see this love, like I know people are always categorizing love to wealth. Like you must have money. That money is their love language. But love is also understanding. That understanding, because the guy for that guy to really listen to that girl, it shows that like he loves her enough to kind of understand her. Because I know someone that he's used to like keep late nights, after work he will go to a restaurant, have drink with friends. But when he married, things started changing, and people noticed that it was the wife's doing, and it was good. Yeah, it's okay, because how will a grown man like always be found in a beer parlor every blessed day? I didn't say that you shouldn't hang out. Yeah, but there should be moderation.
And
So
this
the
scenario
lady can
is-
change.
Let's say 10/100, because even in that beer parlor, 90% of men there are married.
yeah. See,
Sure.
the
So
thing is,
this changing of a thing now is 10%.
It's dicey.
I don't know, but this love of 13 or this marriage of 13, it works with two hearts coming together, synchronizing together.
Sure.
I know what I will do that will hurt you. For the fact that I love you, I will not. Love is about feeling me in you.
Yes.
I know that if you see me this, or if I do this, it will hurt you more than it's hurting
Sure.
me. I would not like to do it.
Yeah.
You understand? So, if the guy do not love the girl, and the girl is saying, I will change him, well, you will. Maybe when he's in prison after killing you. Because guys,
Maybe not. But that's why our parents also says this. Like they'll be like, "Ogoli malon so dia, odiko jiogo." Like it also boils down to what you said. Like a person that loves you, that a person that you align with, will always give you that room to shine. Yes, don't
Definitely.
feel that yes, you love this and that. Like I'll just give you room to to do your thing and be yourself.
The question I wanted to ask was that we've been saying changing the woman changing the man. Why is it always women changing men?
Men do change women too. Yeah, it happens. Yeah. No, it's not like it's not a one-sided thing. It do happen too.
So
Because
Yes,
even
because
this profile we gave us now. Say it again.
it's a lady.
Ogoli, Malon Sodiya,
Kefe
Odiko
Bulo,
Oshio.
Kefe Mono Bulo Someone.
It happens. No. Like the fact that the adage was being like it was actually directed to women doesn't mean that there are good men out there. Just that
Sure.
yeah,
They are, but the thing is that to just raise the point, it has always been the lady knowing the heart of the man. You know, if a lady comes to the mother and be like, your son is beating me, your son is going outside for another like this, they'll be like, Dibe, how you found a follow monkey? But if the man comes and lay there the same complaint, only go, yeah, send that to the person, you know. So there's this Chinese saying that goes that what's a perfect man? A perfect man is the one that doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, cooks, cleans, careful, having manner. That's a perfect man. It is, right? But I'll tell you that that is a medium woman. A mediocre woman, that is a perfect example of a
Exactly.
mediocre
Everyday
woman.
woman.
Yes.
a woman
But that is a
cooks.
perfect man.
And
No.
if you ask, where would you find this perfect man? They'll tell you to find Jesus. They don't even believe they can do this.
You understand?
normal
So a
thing.
perfect man, it's a medium woman. So the expectation for ladies is really high in marriage. There's this
sometimes
thing that,
unrealistic standards. Too.
well, so there's this thing that I saw online and my mom was watching. They were like, one lady was saying, "Onye feme, asije no nye ahunye." You know that your son is not mentally stable.
Yeah.
Go and find a wife. The wife, is she a doctor? Or now na psychiatrist will take care of your mentally unstable son?
Thank you very much.
Any small thing, find a wife. A man is stupid, find him wife. A man is a drunkard, find him wife. Or there's this tweet I saw on Twitter, I'll be on X. The guy was like, he brought out a bunch of clothes to watch. You're like, I wish I have a wife.
Yes, I think.
Guy, you understand? So I think in this scenario, go for what works for you. Because if you marry 20 and you expect that your wife to be a watching blah 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 blah, and that lady is not built for that, it will not work. In your 35 and you find someone that is not compatible with your understanding, it
That's
will not
worst.
work.
Yeah.
So in essence, I'll say there's no universal age for marriage. You just look for who you're compatible with. You know, marriage must not really be about love. It's about understanding your partner. Attention. Because I can love you and not understand you. I don't know if you guys see American movies. That
Love.
movie after they love each other, but they are not compatible. They cannot stay a day or two with just argument. The love is there, but it was never enough. The understanding was not there.
You can have the chemistry, but if you are not compatible.
Yes.
You see this cooking of a thing that they'll be like, yeah, you should get a cook. I'm your wife, not your slave. But right from time, like we women cook. So why should the Gen Z change that narrative that I'm your
one
wife,
is
I'm your
evolving.
wife, not your slave? Okay, why not? Okay, if you're a corporate person, like you work in a corporate field or firm rather, why not cook and keep in the fridge? Then when he comes back, he can actually microwave it and eat. But you'll be like, you should get a cook. Okay, and that cook will now be a lady. Before you know it, like so sometimes it always ends up on the flip side, or a nanny takes care of your child because you work in a corporate firm. So you see, our parents, like sometimes I do like I do give them their credits, like the millennials that
Yeah.
our parents. I do give them
Well,
credit
that was
because
their time.
That was their time
they
actually,
really
because
did it.
if you notice, you see that most marriages that were thriving in Nigeria here, when they move out, where systems actually work, you see that
Most
marriage,
ladies.
most of them, the marriage is scattered. Why does it happen?
Because in the West,
Because-
sometimes the world is against men in the West. Yes, because
That's a lie.
Because girls, okay, there was this tweet from a lady on X. the couple borrowed money to travel to relocate to UK. So and the plan was, if we get here, we'll work together and find like raise the money to pay off this guy. But the woman has the work permit, yes, over there. So and they also picked up a child that is not theirs alongside. But at the end, like during the interviews and embassy stuff, they claimed that the child was theirs. So all of a sudden, so there was this white man that started throwing advances at the lady. Yeah. So and the husband noticed that. So then the woman started plotting. Like she wants to deport the man so that she will now have her life to herself over there.
That's out of wickedness.
You see?
Uh,
But
okay.
somehow the information leaked to the guy,
Guy.
and she has already gone to file the case against the man that he beats her because over there, yeah, because you
It's
know,
illegal to beat
yeah.
a lady.
it's so illegal. Even your word, yes. So she has already gone to file the case. Then the man had that and also did his. He went and exposed the fact that one of the child with them, is not theirs. And in this scenario, both will be deported. So she now came back to beg the man, but it's already late.
Well,
That's a very different.
yeah,
it's
so
a
it
very
is.
different
What the lady
vibe.
did is out of wickedness, and wickedness, male can exhibit that, female can exhibit that.
Yes.
So,
it's about-
if you're to flip this table, there can also be another story of the guy being the villain of the story.
That's why it's still a debatable stuff.
Yeah.
It's a debatable issue.
So there was something you said about millennials, you giving them their credit.
Yes, I give to
Right.
them.
Okay,
Because
so
they're-
you feel like
They
People-
have this shock absorber that this Gen Zs that what because there are little things that should not be out in the social media space. There are some things that you should just have conversation with your husband, not bringing up to like the social media. One thing is that social media forgives but never forgets.
Definitely, yeah, that's it.
But
But
our parents, like you hardly hear them run to their neighbor or even their parents. There are some things they resolve like amongst themselves, except it gets out of hand.
Let me.
And
You're giving credit to the millennials. Yes, they deserve it, but there is a but. The reason why I say there's a but is that the difference between Gen Z and the millennial is that we are curious. We lack fear. You understand? Them, they have fear. They have people around them to tell them how it's supposed to be, not how they think it should be. They'll be like, your mom, you see how your dad treated your mom. Most of them is even like, well, they gave it to your grandparents. A man now came and said that I want to marry this girl once she's grown. Yes. So they did not have a choice. They were not given the room for choice, to be curious, to ask questions. From day one, it has been fear. That's why they say that the Western children, they are kind of more bright than the African kids, because even now they still put on fear on kids. They not ask questions. They not question what I'm saying. Okay, it's that fear that was imbibed on them. Even when their husband is talking, they don't have the right to say otherwise. If your husband say get out, you get out. You don't say I send you out of this house, you go out because you don't have any money, you don't have no one to speak for you. Your mom will not be by your side because she will tell you that you're supposed to respect your husband. That's
You're
it's
under
the
your
millennials.
husband.
Yes.
even
They were being made to be under their husband, oppressed. Whatever the man is doing, take it. But the Gen Z here, we are educated, we are curious. Like, why will you do that? We all have the basic human right. Or that's where you see people that cannot take it anymore. They will come out as a feminist. They're not
fighting
defending-
for gender equality.
Yes. See,
So-
I'm
I
not.
have a
Well-
problem
well-
fighting for gender equality.
So the thing is that time changed. Men are no longer the center of the story or center of the creation.
now the word is against men.
I'm not really against
It's
that.
not against
Just that
men.
men, I don't know, but the African or the Igbo men or the Nigerian men are kind of that. They have this kind of egocentric behavior that they're kind of condescending. So, ladies, most of them are really asking, I want to have the right to speak as well.
Not rudely, because sometimes being audacious is different from being rude.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
because
It is.
some people misplace audaciousness for rudeness. Like
Yeah.
just your husband talks, you've not even allowed him to state his point. You've already attacked him. Knowing that like social media space is available, you can just go online and tweet, and people will drag the man to heaven.
Well, the thing is that yes, because men on their own end, the millennium men, they did a lot. You hear story about a man beating his wife when she's heavily pregnant, sending her out of the
That's
house.
bad.
That's really inhuman behavior. But they
I don't support that.
well, but that's really what happened. If you have
That's
to
what
go
happened.
through,
You
it
don't
happens.
really-
So it's not like they did that out of choice. That's our mothers. They just did it because the society is not talking about them. The words not really about them. They favor the men. So if you talk, they be like, "Are you the only one?"
For the guys that are always like they are egocentric,
Alpha
like
male.
you don't talk when I'm talking and stuff. It does not really count.
Yeah, some men do. Some men do use being toxic as alpha male.
No.
Alpha male is not really about being toxic. Oh.
Same goes with alpha females.
So no, some other people that they call themselves alpha. They're just stupid people. I don't know where they
Like,
belong. You're just toxic.
What's that?
Alpha, if you're to go down to the theory or to the history of what alpha male or alpha woman looks like, they're not really toxic. They want to lead, yes, but they would like to hear your own story. Like they dominate, but not to oppress you. They will give you the room to breathe, but it is them. They dominate, guide you. They don't oppress you. They don't hit you. That's what alpha male. But if you like be toxic because you can beat the girl, that's why you're beating. I tell me alpha male. No, you're stupid.
I would advise that you find a way to step off that room, like step out of the room, like the scenario. Just find your peace of mind, because once you are pushed, though some women also cause that, because you are seeing that this particular man is trying to avoid raising his hands at you. He will try to leave it, but you just into that particular room. Then once he hits you, the narrative changes.
Yeah.
He's
But
a
you
man
just said
that-
something about communication.
And
how about
there-
that's the only way that woman can communicate that time? She's angry. Yeah, she's trying to tell you that, oh, this thing you did me, I don't like it. Allow her to express herself. You are leaving. Some people don't like when they are telling you something. And this is another thing in marriage. You have to know your partner. You have to know that,
Yes.
oh, like she's telling me something very important too, and this is the only way she can communicate it to me. Every day, she's your wife. After people will talk it out. Marriage is meant to be a partnership, something. It's not one person will be one person is on top and another person is under. It's not meant to be like
it's
that.
perfect. Then on the flip side, we were also beat men too.
yes.
Yeah, it doesn't
So,
have a body.
there is this story.
Society has just positioned men to be like that. Like
No, they do.
Totally.
There's this story that a man of God was just saying that there's a way a pattern in a family works. So this child, they are taught to write composition about their family. The baby boy wrote, "In my family, my mom beats my dad." The teacher had to call the dad and was like, "See, this is what your child wrote in his. It's not really. I don't really perceive it well. It says a lot." After much talk, the man said to himself, "I will not allow my wife to beat me again. Not because the wife was stronger, because mom just trying to be a man that says I cannot beat a
The
woman."
bigger person, the
You understand?
better person.
So the woman is now using it as a leverage against him. So you cannot beat a woman, so I cannot beat you. And another time came, spotting, ba 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 ba. Wah! The man stood up, beat the woman, black and blue. The man now runs to the church for counsel, and was not telling the pastor, "This is what this man did to me. Oh, they wanted to kill me. Oh, blah 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 blah." The person now came in, but you've been the one beating him all the time. Why is it this time around?
You cannot dish what you.
Yeah. So the man was like, after much talk, counseling, I was like, he said that was the end of the beating in the marriage. Because the woman was just, that woman, I don't think so, she's stupid. Because seeing a man in time, they'll say that I will not beat a woman. Some men will say
right.
that, but once you slap me, I'll slap you back. But you've been slapped,
Yeah,
you've been
right.
beaten, yes.
And I've been chesting, stomaching that.
you understand? So women
When
are
people
just
say some women can be annoying, the man can be annoying now.
yeah,
Let's be honest now. The man could be annoying.
Yes,
Now, people,
That's where the steps in. Like leniency is not. It's not covered.
Why are you just trying to be a gentleman?
Yeah, the one was just trying to be lenient.
There's no timeline for marriage. When you're ready, you get married. There's no global time for people or for someone to get married. And remember, the Bible says, "He that findeth a wife findeth a good thing." So, in essence, when you're about to embark on that journey of finding a partner, seek the Lord, seek the Word of God, pray, and your journey will be successful. Thank you once again for having us. Trinitas Communication. Bye.